Hello, and welcome to a Business Minute with Lily Lopez, presented by the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Today with us is Lily de Moya, Liliana. I call her my tocaya. And one time she told me, what is that? Tocaya means when people have the same name. We're Lily de Moya and Lily Lopez. So Lily, it's such a pleasure to have you here with us. And I'm going to give a little bit of background on you for those who don't know you, which I know a lot of people know you and admire you very much for the great work that you've done. Lily's a longtime advocate for the rights of children and adults with disabilities or unique abilities. She's a registered nurse. She obtained her Master's of Science in Special Education from UM. She has extensive training in the field of mental health, disabilities, and advocacy. She joined Parent to Parent of Miami in 2001 and held the position of training director until 2006. In '08, she served on the Board of Trustees and served as president until 2013. She was director and founder of JAG Education Consultants. Governor Rick Scott appointed Lily to the Children's Trust Board in 2011. She's currently the chair of the Program Services Childhood Health Committee and the vice chair of the Board of Directors. She served on FIU's College of Education Dean's Advisory Council, the State Advisory Committee for the Education of Exceptional Students, the University of Miami Mailman Center for Child Development. I mean, I could go on and on. Yes, her resume is extensive, and what she's done, she's an amazing lady. She's a member of the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. For me, Lily, it is a pleasure, a privilege, and an honor to have you on a Business Minute with Lily Lopez. So I just want to congratulate you on your accomplishments and just hear about you and just your background. Tell us about your story, how you became the president, CEO, and founder of the Moya Foundation.
So thank you very much for having me, first of all, and I want to thank you for being such a great support to the work that we do and helping us throughout, not just as a member of the chamber, but the testimonials that you've done on social media to our work. I really appreciate that. I want to give a shout out to TD Bank for supporting and sponsoring this segment today. TD Bank has been awesome. They have given us grants. They have supported our gala. They have participated in our corporate games. So really, they have been are an amazing partner, and I appreciate all of them very much. Pablo, Felipe, Caroline. So thank you to them. So, the foundation came about 4.5 years ago out of a need that I think a lot of people in our community and nationally don't quite understand. That there is this incredible need for employment for individuals with developmental disabilities. We have over an 80% unemployment rate. And these are individuals that have challenges, but they have incredible, unique abilities, which is why our mission is to create employment opportunities for young adults with unique abilities. What you might see as a challenge, it's not a challenge for them. For them, it's a talent. And the manifestations of their disabilities and the challenges caused by the disability creates actually a benefit to the employer. And that is really the philosophy behind the work that we do. The need was created really by my own personal and professional experience. My son is 30 years old, and he is now very independent and resourceful, and he works full time, but it was a challenge to get him to that point. And when I saw the need that there was, because basically young adults at the age of 22, they fall off the cliff. And when people say, what do you mean they fall off the cliff? Yeah, they fall off the cliff. Once they leave the school system, the resources become very scarce.
Right.
The ones that are out there are not effective. They're not producing long-term employment outcomes. And so through the challenges that I personally went through and with my professional experience, I decided that this had to be done in a better way. And I knew that I could make a difference and that I could do it differently and uniquely.
And because sometimes these individuals are extremely smart, right? And sometimes people fail to know that just because you have some type of unique ability does not mean that you can really excel in something else. So tell me, in your experience, what have you seen in these people that have these unique abilities, and how have you struggled to help them get a job? Has it been very extremely difficult, or are people seeing this as something that is more, people are more open to hiring people with these different challenges?
It's becoming easier. People are starting to open up a little bit, but there is a certain amount of trepidation. There is fear of not knowing what to do, or how to accommodate or give them the accommodations that they need to be successful. And unfortunately, that comes from the history, that the way that it's been handled in the past. There's not enough support. And so from a governmental standpoint, they provide them very little support. They'll provide them 90 days or 150 days support. And honestly, we see it every day that that's not enough. When you think about 90 days of support, that's the same 90 days that any of us get in a job. After 90 days, we get evaluated. So if you have some challenges that you need extra support, and after 90 days that support goes away, what's going to happen at 6 months and at 9 months when you make a mistake or when you forgot how to do something? So what we do that is so unique is that we never leave. It's a partnership. It's not a placement. It's not, hey, you have a big heart. Here, thank you so much for giving this person a job. No, we're there. We have employers that we have had for over 4 years, and our job coach, which is an employment specialist that works directly with the individual, still goes out once a month to check on them, to see if there's anything we can do to help. And I can tell you that even up to 4 years of employment, we're still putting out fires. And these young men and women would not still have a job. They would not be hired. I mean, they were hired. They would not still be working. They would be terminated because of something that happened. But now this employer has a relationship with us. Right. And they will call us for help because they don't want to really let them go. They just don't know what to do when the issue arises. And so we're there to support not just the employer, but the employee. And the way that I approach it is that the employer is our client. So I'm looking out for the employer, just like I'm looking out for the employee, to make sure that this is a match, but a beneficial relationship for both of them. This is
how do employers know and come to you? And at the same time, how do people come to you with children or adults with unique abilities? How do you get that word out? And because I know you've been around for so many years. So how is that process? Was it difficult to imagine at the beginning? And how do these people come to you? How do you find them?
Well, the employers are the harder part. Because you have to be able to have the opportunity that they open their door and you get to go and present your program, your model, and explain it all. It's very unknown for most people. And so unless they've had some kind of personal experience, you really need to go and explain it. And they need to see the benefit of it. They have to see that this is a mutually beneficial relationship, that doing good is good for business.
Of course.
And that these individuals can meet needs that the organization has that other people can't meet or don't have the time to meet. Employers they're difficult to get through the front door, but once I get through that front door, I'm in. It's really hard for them to turn the whole concept away because they see that it's a win-win situation. And we do need more employer partners. We actually haven't been doing this for that long. It's been about 4.5 years. And and we have over 50 employer partners.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And so who's listening to us now, who's a member of the chamber, or people in social media who follow us and like the work that the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce does, how can they get in contact with you if they're interested? And I really recommend that they work with you guys because I mean, you are members, and you and George, your son, and you guys are amazing. And I'm really proud that you're part of the community. You're part of the Hispanic Chamber, and this is something that it's really dear to my heart to see the way that you find jobs for these individuals, and I think it's wonderful. I mean, these are special people, lovable people. I mean, I've known people with unique abilities, and the majority are the most loving people.
Yes,
So,
you're right.
yeah.
There's so many benefits. There's so many, like we said, are unique abilities, and a lot of it is that honesty, the loyalty. They make very loyal employees. They're some of the best employees that anyone could ever have. They're always on time. They don't want to be late. They appreciate, they're grateful. They're going to change your work culture. They're going to change the perspective of people in your offices and in your organizations. All those people that complain about little things are going to stop complaining.
Yeah.
Because they're going to see the world through different eyes. And that is an experience that is a blessing, to even have the opportunity to see life in that way or in a different way. And the employers just have to give us an opportunity to explain the process, trust the process, believe in us, and believe that we're going to be there for them, and we're going to hold their hand all the way through. We're not going to leave them alone. We're not going to leave them out there, thinking, what do I do now? We're going to be
there, meaning that the Moya Foundation is there. These partners, these companies come to you, they hire the individuals with unique abilities, but you're still around to help them all the step of the way, right?
Yes, we do the training. The job coaches are there with them. The job coaches are the ones who train them. So that cuts down on your training cost, because if an employer starts to think, well, what's this going to cost me? Because they are going to take a little bit longer to learn. Well, it's not going to cost you anything, because our job coach is going to train them. And our job coach is going to support them, not just work-wise, but socially, with workplace interactions with coworkers, social skills. We have job coaches who are invited to happy hour and to holiday parties, and they help navigate that. Also, it's a wraparound service.
It's like
employment.
It's like a family.
It is a family. It is a family. The young adults get very close to their job coaches, and the staff gets very close to the job coach, because they count on them for help. They count on them to support them. And that goes a long way. And no one else does what we do, and no one else does it the way that we do, and we know that. And that is why our young men and women have been working for 2, 3, 4 years. They haven't been working for 6 months and then they're a new job. We foster long-term employment.
That's wonderful. So, and basically, Lily, you are the only organization really that does this type of job in Miami-Dade County?
Okay, so this is I'm so glad you asked that question, because this is really, really important for people to understand. No, we are not. But there are federal guidelines that mandate a certain support system in order for an employment provider like us to be paid by the state agency. Now, that is a 90-day support or 150-day support, depending on what you are eligible for.
Right.
When that's gone, that employment provider gets paid by the state agency, which is called vocational rehab, and then they are gone.
Okay.
We are not gone.
Because you're there.
We found a way to fundraise and write grants and find the money wherever we can, so we can provide extended services. And extended services are not covered by anyone. So you have to find a way to fund that on your own. And that's what we do. And that's why we can be there 2 years down the road and 3 years down the road. And so that's why I say we are the only ones who do it the way we do it.
Yeah, you do it the right way. So it's absolutely wonderful. And anybody who wants to get in touch with you, they should just call you or visit the website. I mean, we'll absolutely put the website here also on the show. So any message in particular?
It's easy. DeMoyaFoundation.com. All our services are there. You can write an email to info@DeMoyaFoundation.com, and we'll get back to you right away. Or you just can call me.
Or they come to us too. And
Or through the chamber, obviously, you can get in contact with us. I can tell you right now, we have over 30 candidates that are ready and willing to go. And we need jobs. Obviously, the COVID has
employers, right? Lily, we need those employers who are listening to us. Please We need you.
We do.
Individuals need you too. They're very dear and special to us in our community, so we need you. So, Lily, anything else before we close the show?
No, I mean, again, I want to thank you so much. And I just want to say one last comment to all of you who are listening, is that people with disabilities are the biggest minority in the United States, but they are forgotten minority, and they are being left behind every day. And during the COVID, they were not included in stimulus packages. They're not included in vaccines. They're not, and we have to do something to make a difference. And not let that happen. We as a community and as a society should be doing better.
Yes, we should. And count us in, and me particularly. I think it's something very dear and special. So you can always count on my support and the Chamber's support. Well, thank you, Lily. Thank you, TD Bank. And thank you for everything that you do for our community. Lily the Moya Foundation. Thank you for being on a Business Minute.
I appreciate it. Have a great day.
My pleasure.
This is Yendi for 90 Seconds of Tech. Today I'm covering the ChoiceWorks app. ChoiceWorks was designed for children and or adults with special needs or those with autism. This is perfect for those who need to map out their routines or break down complicated tasks. This app was created with the support of leading hospitals and child development specialists. It was designed for caregivers to give clear and consistent support to foster a special needs person's independence, positive behavior, and emotional regulation. It can also be customized for caregivers and for teachers in a school setting. Here's what it does. ChoiceWorks is a visual learning tool that can help you complete daily routines, understand feelings, and improve waiting skills. The main function of the app allows you to create a visual schedule using your own photos, videos, and audio recordings. It's great for breaking down multitask steps and routines. In just 15 minutes, you can map out your morning work routine, complete with video and audio prompts. It's super easy to use, and it can add real value to someone who needs it. So check out ChoiceWorks. You can find it in the iTunes App Store, and it costs $10.99 to download. This is Yendi for 90 Seconds of Tech, reminding you that God sends his toughest battles to his fiercest warriors. And to all caregivers out there, keep your head up. I completely support you.